Lovely family, welcome to your favorite cooking channel. Today we're going to be making some marinate fried chicken with palm wine. Yes, we have a lot of palm wine at our part of the world in West Africa, and so instead of using wine to marinate your food or to cook your food, palm wine is readily available. And palm wine has a sweet and all savory and all those things. I'll just do more into it. So for this recipe, it's very simple and very easy. We're going to marinate our chicken. So I've got chicken. This is just a pound of chicken. No, this is half pound of chicken. That's 4 drumsticks here. I've got some chopped onions and then some ginger. Then I've got in here my spice, my mixed local spice, which is in the middle. I've got some cayenne pepper powdered, and there's garlic. But then this is chopped, is dried, but it's not properly dried. It's I don't know how to call it, but I'll leave a description of that in the description button. I've got some salty taste. And my magic ingredient here today is my palm wine. Yes, so I'm going to be making my marinade with palm wine. And that's what I'm going to be doing. So to kick off, I'm just going to have my chicken, which I'm going to pour the spice onto it. I'm going to add salt to it, enough salt to make it taste, because I won't be adding any extra until necessary. Then I'm going to rub it all over the chicken. So it's basically garlic, the spice in there. Then I'm going to add the onion and then the ginger blend to it as well to mix up together with it. Now, when you're making marinade, it's good to have some chopped onions in there. It improves the taste, the aroma, as well as the whole appeal of it. So I'm just going to wrap everything all over the chicken and make sure that the onion is well spread all over, the ginger is all spread all over. If you like pepper, you can increase the pepper in there, but that's okay for me. Then I poured the palm wine into it, the fresh palm wine into it to cover it up. So I always recommend get a bowl which is not overly big so that you won't end up using too much in there. Then you can put it in your fridge overnight, which is good. Or you can let it sit for an hour or two, then you can work with it. So palm wine, the beauty about cooking with palm wine is that it's sweet, but also a little bit acidic because of the alcohol in there. And like it gives you a very nice flavor when you work with it. Yeah, so once the pot is on fire, I just put everything in there, the chicken with the marinade into it. Then I'm just going to cook it a bit and then fry. At our part of the world, in Ghana, we like to chew our chicken and chew our bones. Yes, I love chewing bones. And you won't want to be biting into bloody bones. So usually you'd want to cook up the chicken just a little bit. Now, because my salt wasn't enough, I had to add in a bit of rock salt in there. Now, the alcohol is going to make it foam when you're cooking it. And because the sauce is a little bit, it's not really like liquidy, it's also going to be very, very thick very soon. So this, you just need to cook it for like 5-10 minutes, maximum 10 minutes. It should be done. Then you can fry. These days, if you really cook your chicken, by the time you're even done, it will all be flaking off. So don't worry if you cook it and you still see a little blood oozing from the bones. Once you're going to fry and fry properly, it's going to dry it out in there. So I just let this cook. I think your average cooking time should be like 7 minutes, minimum 5 minutes. If you do less than 5, you may end up getting a bit of raw chicken in there. So I just close it to maintain the heat and then get it all in there. And mind you, when you cook with alcohol, you won't get booze or anything like that. That is the reality, because as you're cooking with the alcohol, you maintain some of the fragrance and taste, but then as you cook it for long, it beats down the alcohol, because alcohol is kind of should I say very refu, it evaporates or something out of it. So yes, cooking with alcohol is not that funny. And we have a lot of palm wine here, you know that thing. So if you really are a fan of palm wine, you should try this chicken recipe. What I liked about this is that it comes out very juicy, very soft, and you can still feel like, yes, you're chewing chicken. And it gives it that like nice taste in there. So yes, like I was saying, don't worry if there's a little blood oozing from the bones, because we're not doing like hard boiled chicken where the water is covering it all over. It is normal. So I always recommend you crush your bones just a little. So this is 4 chicken drumsticks, but then it was crushed into 2 or 3 parts to help the bones also go in properly. Now, once this simmers down, you just have to put it aside and then heat your oil, any oil of your preference. I use coconut oil to fry this, just to add in more, taste in there as well as the aroma in there. So you just need to heat up your oil and then your chicken just goes in there. Personally, I don't like to degrade my oil. So these days I don't overly heat it up for it to be like burning or something before. Once your oil goes on fire within the next 2, 3 minutes, you can put your chicken in and then increase the heat just a little bit so that they all come at par. Then you fry this over medium constant heat. Now, the trick about doing this is that when you're done, the sauce, you can use it for your jollof or your stews. It's great in there. The trick about getting your chicken coming out, not the outside not being sticky, is to dust in some flour in there. Yes, so just like you'd be doing a party chicken style, you just need to dust in a bit of flour in, just a handful. No, that's not even a handful. There's like a tablespoon of flour in there. That helps the skin come out not not sticky. Then as it's frying, you be turning it over. So I did a slow cook, which was on medium heat all through, just to enable it to cook into the inside. Because mind you, I told you I love to chew my chicken bones. If you're a fan like me, you need to do this over very medium or low constant heat. Low will take your time, but you get good results. Medium is just fair enough. And as I'm doing that, I'm just picking the onions, excess onions that came out from the sauce onto the chicken as well. It's good to be cleaning your end as you're cooking. It also helps as well. The onion will get burnt and then the oil will be burning and the scent and all those things won't smell nice. The aroma will all go away. Then you realize that from fragrance it turns into fire. So yes, you just need to fry this till it's golden brown. Then you know that, yay, you are done. And you realize the bones were good. And this was just yummy, 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 yummy. You still maintain the juiciness in there. Chicken doesn't become dry. And it also tastes different and nicer. And palm wine has a sweet inner lining. So it gives you that nice umami kind of savory touch to your chicken. So I'd really like you to try this with your chicken, your fried yam or your fried potatoes or your fries. You can eat it in your stews. You can eat it like that. You can eat it with your chips. Now, as I said, also we share. So far as you're in Ghana and there's excess palm wine, you have to try this palm wine marinated fried chicken recipe. You can also pan grill this or grill this if you'd want to go that way. I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.